Hmm. We're literally not. On top of that, fucking s- son came up to me in the leaders chat and was like, "Hey, go get your girl." I'm like, "Number 1, we're not dating technically. Number 2, what about?" And he's like, "Well, she's constantly going AFK and she's leaving other bartenders to be with you." And I'm like, "She hasn't been working for the past 2 weeks." I can get multiple people to attest to that. Um, and I told him, and if he was referring to last night, you quite literally took her spot, Sundu. She asked you, "Hey, can you take my spot?" And you said yes. And then she came and hanged out with me, went back. And then he continues to say, "Oh, Gravy, aka Lemon, has videos of her going AFK for a while and fucking dis- disappearing from the fucking bar." And I'm like, so so Gravy is just setting, yeah, she's setting her up for failure. I was and I'm like, okay. And I brought it up to Ghoulish. I was like, "Yo, Ghoulish, this is what's going on, and here's how I'm defending you." And I quite literally told Sunday, I was like, "Look, we all go AFK, and we all get summoned. We all have a life outside of this. None of us can help that. On top of that, we can all get summoned for various things. God forbid, my mother could be literally dying, and I have to literally go disappear without a trace. But once I get back, yeah." So that's where I was kind of laughing in his face. I was like, "Homie, what the fuck?" And I went ahead and I was like, "You know what? Maybe I'm being a little biased. Let me actually cool down a little bit because I was getting a little aggravated. I was getting annoyed." So I went ahead, played a little bit of Risk of Rain, and I was like, "Okay, let me just go ask the other bar staff and see what they say." And 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 I asked Dust. I was like, "Hey, Dust, from what you can remember, and be totally honest with me, Dust, from what you can remember, have you seen Ghoulish, go AFK or disappear whenever she's working bar with you or with anyone else?" And he's like, "From what I can remember, sometimes not, sometimes yeah. Like she'll disappear sometimes and then come back, and other times she would disappear and we would all look around like, where's Ghoulish?" And I was like, "Okay, okay." And then I went to Firefox. And I was like, "Firefox, are you on bar staff?" Because I couldn't remember. And he's like, "Yeah, sometimes, but I mainly work the door." I was like, "From what you can remember, have you seen Ghoulish disappear?" Same question. And he's like, "Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I can't remember for the life of me." I was like, "Okay, that's 2 out of our many bar staff." And just to get a little technical here, Sammy, let me go look at our list of bar staff. So that would be me, Dust. That would be me, Ghoulish, Dust, Spidey, Sniper, Gravy, and Photonics. I'm not going to count Photonics because I haven't seen them around. Gravy, I got to look at those videos. I got to ask Sniper as well. Spidey, he can't really attest mainly because he just got here. I want pictures of Spider-Man. As for everyone else, I gotta ask Weapon. I already asked you because I'm looking at senior staff now. I gotta ask you. Why did I'm a little slow. Void, perfect person. Welcome to Risk of Rain. Void, question. Are you bar staff or security staff? Okay, on call. Um, question. Question. The many times you've either been around the bar or working bar, have you seen Ghoulish disappear at certain times and never come back? My point exactly, Sammy. Yeah, but either way, I settled it with Sundew. I was like, you know what? I'll be the bigger person here and not continue this conversation. I'll just tell him, hey, I'll tell Ghoulish to tighten up, and we'll be done with it. No, it's just normal staff stuff. Yes, and and Sundew also added that this is a repeat thing because this has happened before in the past. When? Because I'm like, when? Because every time Ghoulish is in an instance, I'm usually always there. But he's not complaining about that. He's complaining about the going AFK constantly and going without a word. And I'm like, yes, that's what I said. But to not make it a bigger issue than what it is, I went ahead. I became the bigger man here. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to talk to Ghoulish. I'm not going to reprimand them. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to go to Ghoulish, tell them, hey, this is what's going on. Just tighten up so they don't have any shit to talk. Hold on, let me see. Let me take a look at your roles real quick. Do, 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 do. All good, homie. But hey, Sammy, you should like take a look at this link real quick so you can look at this new survivor. Um, Discord.
Also, listen to the song that I sent in song sharing. The one added lemon for. It's actually really catchy. I think it's one of my new favorites.
Hmm.